Do you ever wake up and wonder how the years flew by so fast and why your knees now creak like an old wooden floor? Maybe you catch yourself getting winded going up the stairs or notice it takes longer to bounce back after a busy day. That's completely normal. Aging brings changes, but here's the good news. Growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. In fact, with the right habits, your 60s, 70s, and even 80s can be full of strength, clarity, and vitality. It's not about turning back the clock. It's about learning how to move forward in a way that feels good, inside, and out. That's what this video is all about. We're going to walk through 5 simple, powerful habits that can help you live longer and feel stronger every step of the way. These are things you can do every day without extreme diets, exhausting workouts, or expensive programs, just real, practical changes that make a real difference. So if you've been feeling a bit more tired lately, or you're just curious about what it takes to age well and stay sharp, you're in the right place. Let's start with the first habit, one that surprises a lot of people, not because it's complicated, but because it's so often overlooked. Hydration. I know, you've probably heard drink more water more times than you can count, but stay with me here. As we get older, our body's sense of thirst becomes less reliable. That means you might not feel thirsty, even when your body really needs fluids. And dehydration, even just a little bit, can lead to fatigue, confusion, muscle cramps, and even more serious issues like urinary tract infections or kidney problems. Think about this. Our bodies are made up of about 60% water. Water keeps your joints moving smoothly. It helps your heart pump blood more easily. It keeps your skin looking fuller and more elastic. And most importantly, it supports your brain. You know those days when you feel foggy, like your thoughts are stuck in molasses? Often that's dehydration talking. So how do you stay ahead of it? Start your day with a full glass of water before your coffee or tea. Keep a refillable water bottle nearby, one that's easy to hold and light to carry. If plain water feels boring, add a few slices of cucumber, lemon, or a splash of fruit juice. Herbal teas count too. The goal isn't to drown yourself in fluids. It's to stay gently, consistently hydrated throughout the day. Your body and brain will thank you. Now, once you've got your water bottle in hand, let's talk about movement. But don't worry, I'm not going to suggest you start training for a marathon. The second habit is about something much more gentle, yet just as powerful. Daily, mindful movement. Here's the thing. Our muscles don't know how old we are. They only know whether we're using them or not. And when we don't use them, they shrink, weaken, and make everyday activities feel harder than they need to. But when we do keep them active, even in small ways, they stay strong, flexible, and supportive. Maybe for you, that's a 15-minute walk around the block after breakfast, or a few simple stretches while watching your favorite show. Maybe it's dancing in the kitchen while you make dinner. It doesn't have to be fancy or fast. It just needs to be consistent. The goal isn't to burn calories, it's to remind your body it's still needed, that it still has work to do. And every time you move, even a little, your circulation improves, your balance sharpens, and your joints stay happier. I once knew a woman named Evelyn. She was 82 and still volunteered at her local animal shelter. Her secret? Every morning she did a 5-minute routine, some arm circles, leg lifts, and deep breathing. She said it woke her body up like a cup of coffee. That's the power of small, intentional movement. It's not about being perfect, it's about staying in motion. And don't forget, movement doesn't just help your body, it helps your mood. Gentle exercise releases endorphins, those little feel-good chemicals that help you feel more upbeat, more hopeful, and more connected, especially when it's done outside in the fresh air and sunlight. Which brings me to another point, nature. Spending even just a little time outdoors, whether it's sitting on a porch, tending a few potted plants, or walking in a park, has been shown to lower stress, reduce blood pressure, and improve sleep. It's not about going far, it's about stepping out. Let the sun hit your face, let the wind remind you you're alive. There's something so healing in that. So we've got 2 powerful habits already, staying hydrated and moving your body daily in ways that feel good and sustainable. These 2 alone can make a world of difference in how you feel, both physically and emotionally. But we're just getting started. There's another habit coming up that works not just on the body, but also the mind. It's one that can help you stay mentally sharp, emotionally steady, and even reduce your risk of serious age-related illnesses. Let's dive into that next. It's the habit of staying mentally active, not just occasionally, but every single day. Think of your brain like a garden. If you leave it alone for too long, weeds creep in, but if you tend to it, water it, give it new seeds to grow, you'll see life bloom, no matter your age. The truth is, the brain loves to learn, and the more you challenge it, the more resilient it becomes. That doesn't mean you need to study calculus or memorize long poems. It simply means finding ways to stretch your mind, reading a chapter of a new book, doing a crossword puzzle over breakfast, learning how to use a new app on your phone, even having a deep conversation with a friend about something that matters to you. These are all exercises for your mind. One of the best things you can do is step just slightly outside your comfort zone. Try taking a different route when you go for a walk. Cook a new recipe with ingredients you've never used before. Listen to a podcast on a topic you're unfamiliar with. Uh, these small acts wake up the brain and form new neural connections, which are key to maintaining memory, focus, and mental sharpness. And don't underestimate the power of curiosity. When you stay curious, you stay young inside. I once met a man named George who at 76 decided to learn how to paint with watercolors. He wasn't looking to become a professional artist, he just wanted to try something new. And you know what he said? Every time I dip that brush in the water, I feel like I'm learning how to live again. That mindset is powerful. It's not about being the best at something, it's about staying engaged, alive, and present in the moment. Of course, mental sharpness isn't just about stimulation, it's also deeply connected to another habit that we often overlook: social connection. This is the fourth habit, and it might just be the most surprising when it comes to longevity. Staying socially connected, talking, laughing, sharing stories isn't just nice. It's essential. Study after study has shown that meaningful relationships are one of the strongest predictors of a long and healthy life. Stronger than diet, stronger than exercise, even stronger than not smoking. Now, that doesn't mean you need a huge circle of friends or a packed social calendar. What matters most is having people in your life you feel close to, people you can talk to, confide in, or simply enjoy a moment of quiet with. If you've ever had a good belly laugh with an old friend, you know exactly what I mean. That kind of joy is medicine. But as we age, it can be easy to drift into isolation, especially if friends move away, loved ones pass on, or physical challenges make it harder to get out and about. The key is to be intentional. Call someone just to say hello. Join a local group, even if it's virtual. Reach out to a neighbor for a walk or a cup of tea. And if you're feeling lonely, know this: you are not alone. So many others are quietly feeling the same way, waiting for someone to reach out. Why not be the one who takes that first step? One woman I spoke with, named Mary, told me she started a weekly story circle on her porch. Nothing fancy, just a few chairs, some lemonade, and whoever felt like dropping by to share memories. Some weeks it was 2 people. Other times it was 8. But every time they left feeling a little lighter, a little more connected, and a little more human. The beauty of social connection is that it feeds both the heart and the mind. It lifts the spirit and lowers stress. And it reminds us that no matter how many candles are on our birthday cake, we still matter. We still have something to give and something to receive. And speaking of stress, that brings us to a 5th habit, one that ties all the others together and creates the foundation for long-term health. But before we go there, take a moment. Ask yourself, when was the last time you truly felt connected to your body, your mind, or someone else? These aren't just habits, they're lifelines. They're what keep us not just alive, but truly living. Now, let's talk about the final habit, one that's quieter, but just as powerful. It's the practice of managing stress and prioritizing relaxation. We've all heard that stress can harm our health, but it's more than just a feeling. Chronic stress can contribute to high blood pressure, heart disease, and even shorten our lifespan. It wears down the body and the mind, making everything harder to deal with. And as we get older, it can become even more challenging to manage stress in healthy ways. But here's the thing: we have more control over it than we often realize. It's not about eliminating stress entirely. That's impossible. Life will always have its ups and downs. But what we can do is build a toolkit for relaxation to help us navigate the rough patches more smoothly and keep stress from taking over our lives. One of the simplest, most effective ways to manage stress is through deep breathing. I'm talking about taking a few slow, deliberate breaths, breathing in deeply for a count of 4, holding for a moment, and then breathing out slowly. Just doing this for a minute or two can trigger your body's relaxation response, lowering your heart rate and helping you feel calm. If you're looking for something a little more involved, meditation or mindfulness exercises can work wonders. You don't have to sit in a cross-legged pose for hours. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day can make a big difference. The key is to focus on the present moment, whether it's the sensation of your breath, the sound of birds outside, or the warmth of the sun on your skin. Meditation helps quiet the mind and reduce the mental clutter that often fuels stress. Another great practice for managing stress is stretching. Stretching doesn't just improve flexibility, it also releases muscle tension, which can build up from stress. Stretching in the morning or before bed can help relax your body and ease those tight muscles that come from a long day. I've talked to a lot of people who swear by simple stretches, just a few minutes each day, and it's something so easy to add to your routine. If you're looking for something a little more active, yoga or Tai Chi are fantastic ways to combine movement with mindfulness. These practices not only help with flexibility and strength, but also promote deep relaxation and stress relief. The gentle flow of the movements, combined with focused breathing, helps center your mind and calm your body, making them perfect for managing the stress that inevitably comes with life. I also want to mention something that's become even more important as we age: sleep. A good night's sleep is essential for stress management and overall well-being. As we get older, we often experience changes in our sleep patterns, but it's still possible to improve the quality of your sleep by sticking to a regular routine. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day, avoiding caffeine in the afternoon, and creating a calming bedtime ritual can all make a big difference. And remember, your body needs that time to repair and rejuvenate. Sleep is when your body does much of its restorative work. And here's something else I found helpful: laughter. It may sound simple, but laughter is one of the most effective stress relievers there is. It releases endorphins, reduces tension, and even boosts your immune system. Find something that makes you laugh, whether it's a funny movie, a stand-up comedy show, or simply recalling a happy memory. Laughing with friends or family is a beautiful way to bond and feel good. It's also one of the easiest ways to shift your mood from stressed to relaxed. As we've explored these 5 habits: staying hydrated, moving daily, keeping your mind active, nurturing social connections, and managing stress, you can see they all work together, each reinforcing the other. When you hydrate properly, you have more energy to move. When you move, your body feels better and your mind feels clearer. When you stay mentally sharp, it helps you connect with others. And when you manage stress, you create space for all these habits to thrive. Remember, it's the small things, done consistently, that create the big changes. None of these habits require perfection. It's not about doing everything right every single day. It's about showing up for yourself every day and making choices that help you feel better. Life after 60 can be filled with strength, joy, and fulfillment. It's all about the habits you choose to cultivate. So as you wrap up watching this video, I want you to take a moment and think about one thing you can do today to take better care of yourself, whether it's drinking an extra glass of water, going for a walk, calling a friend, or simply taking a deep breath. Start small. You don't need to change everything overnight. What matters is that you start. If any of these tips resonated with you, or if you have your own habits that help you stay strong and healthy, I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to the channel for more content on living your best life, no matter your age. Here's to living your best life at any age, full of vitality, joy, and purpose. Take care of yourself, and remember, it's never too late to start making positive changes. Keep moving forward, and let's make the most of this amazing journey together.